it's winner take all. I shoot the shots, I make the call. I always land on my feet, cause I keep pulling the shit. From the sky to the sea, I'ma get gold when I'm in the Grand Prix. Get ready, get set, let's go. 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 Right out the gate, accelerate, shining so bright like I'm solar. Here is the sun, the moment has come when I feel the hum of the motor. You wanna go for a ride? Better hold tight like you ride a riptide. Get ready, get set, let's go! Get ready, get set, let's go! When I turn out, I'ma burn out. You can learn how I can make it look so easy. Can you keep up when I speed up? Turn the heat up, never hesitate when you feel like no one is getting the best of me. I'ma keep chasing my destiny. Now that it's winner take all, I shoot the shots, I make the call. I always land on my feet, cause I keep pulling the shit. From the sky to the sea, I'ma get gold when I'm in the Grand Prix. Get ready, get set, let's go. Get ready, get set, let's go. Get ready, get set, let's go. Get ready, get set, let's go.
Are you ready to go, driver? locked. All clear for you to indulge in, driver.
Boys and girls, Becky Evans here. I'm joining Motorfest for this new playlist, and I didn't come alone. Red Bull sets up at the summit of Maui on a playground dedicated to every possible racing discipline. We love it. In this playlist, you get to become a pro at every discipline and find out which discipline is the best. Can a motocross bike beat a rally car? Can an AGP beat an aeroplane? It's up to you to take on the craziest challenges and answer the questions that everyone's asking. And I won't be the only one hosting this playlist. Motorsport stars will join us and give you all of their tips and stories. It's shaping up nicely. Let's go. Let's begin the Red Bull experience.
Of Discipline starts now. To get the full experience, check out Sounds of Red Bull, the new track list in the music player. To the next objective. We start this Red Bull playlist with a rallycross race. Let's see how the Ford Puma Hybrid will fare against other rally monsters, like the Audi Quattro, the Citroën C3, or the Focus RS. But before that, take a look at Motorfest, the podcast.
Welcome to Motorfest, the podcast. Here, I get real with Red Bull athletes to tell us about the intensity of motorsports and the love they feel for it. And let's talk about Rallycross, which is the theme of the first playlist event. For the occasion, I asked two of the most exciting Rallycross names about their ideal car. Here are the Hanson brothers. Guys, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So, Timmy, if you were to describe your ultimate dream machine, what would it be?
Something like, what they have in Pikes Peak, a lot of power, a lot of suspension travel, being able to jump really far.
Kevin, over to you.
Like really long suspension travel, so you can jump like crazy.
Welcome to the Red Bull Playground, boys and girls. Becky Evans here, improvising as the voice of the playlist. Ray Waller, the official voice of the festival, is bedridden, but don't worry, he'll be back soon. I'll be commentating on what you see, and don't blink because things are going to happen fast. time. Now they have to adapt their driving to the tarmac. It's a cross-terrain race, just like this playlist, mixing all the disciplines of racing. Ladies and gentlemen, I've always wanted to say that. In my last podcast, Timmy Hansen explained how essential it is to gather enough speed, keep the nose up, and land flat for a successful jump. Woohoo! Looks like this one. Listen to the podcast.
Face.
We have dirt legends on the grid today. I see the Audi S1 EKS RX Quattro, the 2016 world champion, has started in first position. But the big surprise, undoubtedly the Ford Puma Hybrid Rally 1, the brand's first electrified rally car. Face. Yeah. Yeah. In the club, no chill, girl. Yeah. Let me see your base face. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Let me see your base face. Yeah. In the club, no chill, girl. Yeah. Let me see your base face.
off in the club, no chill, girl. Blast off, let me see your bass face. Blast off, let me see your bass face. Mask on when I'm out in the real world. Blast off in the club, no chill, girl. Blast off, let me see your bass face. Blast off, let me see your bass face. Mask on when I'm out in the real world. Blast off in the club, no chill, girl. Blast off, let me see your bass face. Blast off, let me see your bass face. Let me see your bass face. Yeah. In the club, no chill, girl. Yeah. Let me see your bass face. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Let me see your bass face. Yeah. In the club, no chill, girl. Yeah. Let me see your bass face. Yeah. 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 Mask on when I'm out in the real world. Blast off in the club, no chill, girl. Blast off, let me see your bass face. Blast off, let me see your bass face. Mask on when I'm out in the real world. Blast off in the club, no chill, girl. Blast off, let me see your bass face. Blast off, let me see your bass face. Mask on when I'm out in the real world. Blast off in the club, no chill, girl. Blast off, let me see your bass face. Blast off, let me see your bass face. 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 Mask on when I'm out in the real world. Blast off in the club, no chill, girl. Blast off, let me see your bass face. Blast off, let me see your bass face. Mask on when I'm out in the real world. Blast off in the club, no chill, girl. Blast off, let me see your bass face. Blast off, let me see your bass face. Mask on when I'm out in the real world. Blast off in the club, no chill, girl. Blast off, let me see your bass face. Blast off, let me see your bass face. Mask on when I'm out in the real world. Blast off in the club, no chill, girl. Blast off, let me see your bass face. Blast off, let me see your bass face. Mask on when I'm out in the real world. Blast off in the club, no chill, girl. Blast off, let me see your bass face. Blast off, let me see your bass face. Let me see your bass face. Yeah. Yeah. In the club, no chill, girl. Yeah. Let me see your bass face. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Let me see your bass face. Yeah. In the club, no chill.
ready to prepare for our first speed clash.
For a first clash of disciplines. 2 disciplines, 2 paths. Choose your discipline and prove that it can set the fastest time. Becky, your turn.
Right, boys and girls, I'm super excited because we get to see the first clash of motorsports. We're staying in the dirt, and you know the first opponent because we already saw it in action, the Puma. But for the second, you'll have to listen to my last interview. The Ford Puma. Now you know better than anyone what this machine is capable of.
A real speed clash. The first one to the finish is the winner. Right now, the bike and the car are on the same course, but to keep things fair, they'll diverge onto separate routes designed to let each vehicle work to its full potential. The course is about to split. Straight ahead for the car, right for the motorcycle. KTM definitely has the advantage of airtime. She's much better at jumping. But the Puma can deal with asphalt and is more reliable on straights. Both have their strong points. Which one will exploit theirs best? No matter the vehicle, dirt requires reflexes, but above all, instinct. Making the right choices quickly is the key to surviving the race.
chapter is finished. We're moving on to asphalt vehicles. We start quietly, and I use big quotation marks, with a little warm-up ride on a racing bike.
Podcast studio. Listen to this.
Pay attention, boys and girls. This event can seem simple, but it's crucial for our driver. A time attack to test whether the driver can handle the next clash of disciplines. Playground landmark, and no lie, it's definitely not safe. The RC16 is a little marvel. We had to wait until 2017 to see the RV KTM factory join the competition. The brand has won everything in other competitions, so it was time to see them take on moto racing. Now our driver can either play it safe and keep this vehicle or roll the dice with something unknown. It's an agonizing decision.
Clash of disciplines in sight. When a racing bike beats a racing car, it's a real battle for the asphalt.
For the next one, we'll put two disciplines in a head-to-head race and see which one crosses the line first. Racing car or racing bike? Which one is the best? Will it be the beautiful Ferrari 488 in its circuit version or the KTM RC16 that we all know has great skills? I'm leaning towards the bike. It's lighter and its top speed flirts with 224 miles per hour. It's the logical choice. Better to bet on the standard we know, isn't it?
No individual courses today, it's a pure face-off on a circuit design for both vehicles. So I don't want to hear any sore losers complaining. May the best win. This evening, the KTM RC16 takes on the Ferrari 488 GT3. 600 horsepower for £2,777 for the Italian machine, while the Austrian Stallion boasts only 270 horsepower, but for £346, not insignificant. Can both turn well at speed, but it's the exit of the turn and the entry into the next one that will be decisive. Of the course isn't a track. It's been specially resurfaced to provide a little extra speed. cool. Regardless of who wins, this clash has a lot to live up to. Lightness trumps power. Congrats to all those who bet on the racing bike.
Flash. Hear all the insights on the world of racing on Sounds of Red Bull, the official channel of motorsport.
Hey boys and girls, I hope you can keep up because we're about to go hard with the elite of motorsports, the AGP. Cars that can easily go up to 220 miles per hour. And because we always...
Drivers are focused. The start is imminent. Let's go! A full AGP race. Using boosts in the right place at the right time will be decisive. Second lap. It's raining. It's going to be a completely different race from now on. AGP Museum is on this circuit. 4 generations, RB 13, 14, 18 and 20. 7 years of evolution from Renault to Honda engines. Between them, these 4 account for more than 70 podiums. Ultimate lap. Drivers, if you've got any extra nitro, now's the time to use it. Superb victory. Proof that RB AGP just keeps getting better.
RB20. You can keep it for what follows, but you can also opt for a vehicle that's a little less earthbound. The choice is yours. Locked. Good luck.
Name's Brianna, but you can call me Silver. Race or chase, I got you covered. Bring it on.
It this time.
So you want all the gossiping, the grime, and the dirt on our chief? What? No secrets? Just your name? Huh.
You've just discovered the RB20. You can keep it for what follows, but you can also opt for a vehicle that's a little less earthbound. The choice is yours.
Back to the podcast, guys. As you've seen, the playground is a motorsport paradise, but there's still a place that we haven't experienced so far. The sky. I was lucky enough to feature Luke Chapella, Red Bull Air Race pilot, famous for being the first to land the plane on the very tiny helipad 600 feet in the air.
I'd love to know more about the bullseye stunt. There's an attempt, and then the plane like bounces and you keep going, and I had a heart attack and was like, oh my God.
This is the second time that Red Bull is loaning you the RB20. You'll start to make a Dutchman jealous. Unsurprisingly, the AGP has the advantage on startup. But once the plane is airborne, it's a different story. If you're a Red Bull addict, you'll probably know that this isn't the first time an AGP and a plane have been put on the same grid. Last time, it was in a straight line in a drag race. Here the plane will have to make very tight turns if it wants to keep up with the AGP, which is much more accustomed to doing so. That's really exciting. We enter the second lap. Familiar with the RB20 on the track today, certainly more so than its aerial rival. Stressed for 10G and capable of reaching 975 meters per minute, its size makes it the perfect aerobatic aircraft. Let's hope our pilot will give us a taste. They're neck and neck. succession of turns is tricky. When it comes to speed, the AGPs play in a different division.
One more clash to close this Red Bull playlist. This one is big. Confronting two disciplines is not enough. So Motorfest and Red Bull are offering you the choice of three. Which is the best? Becky asked our Red Bull athletes what they think.
In your honest opinion, between rally, AGP and motor racing, which is the most intense discipline? The one that brings the craziest sensations?
I think it's motor racing, actually.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
I think F1. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'd go for Formula 1.
Rallycross, moto racing, or AGP? Here comes the ultimate challenge of the playlist, but also the end of the podcast. But I'm never far away. I'm always on the air. You find all the podcasts on the Sounds of Red Bull tracklist. And then I don't know why, but I feel like we'll see each other again soon. It's off to the apex of the playlist. Everyone thinks the AGP will win, but I want to believe the KTM can do it.
Who will cross the line first in this head-to-head race? Answer in, about a few minutes. The rally car has already changed its course to reach the dirt. Each vehicle has its own special route designed to match its strengths. The AGP stands out for its speed and braking quality, and of course it sticks to asphalt and is unbeatable in corners. So to make things fair, it will be racing the longest route. The bike's route, on the other hand, is shorter but ultra technical, forcing the rider to swing through the curves without losing speed. racetrack, the Speed Walk. It's a two-wheel kingdom. Victory for the bike.
There's a reward vehicle waiting for you. End of Speed Clash, the first milestone in a promising relationship between Red Bull and Motorfest. I'm sure this is just the beginning. You've discovered a multitude of racing vehicles in this playlist, all of them motorsports gems. But we had to choose just one for the reward. We thought maybe you wouldn't mind having a Red Bull branded Ferrari in your garage. The Ferrari F48H GT3 FE Corse is just for you. New challenges unlocked. Let's complete this playlist. rewind that one.
check it. This kick was in a gear, I'm in a fast boat, pass go. Running up the numbers on the dashboard. Then you go pedal to the metal like I know. Can't be paid in the round trip. My engine full of super power. Together with the when I slide, when I blast off. Look the times in the front of the Chevrolet, sitting in the ground with the rim in side. I'm not a fire. Always in the past, always in the night. I'm blazing on the track, I ain't chasing from the back. Down, we multiply and advance. In the ride. 26 is my fire. Fast, no shit. Blazing off the track. I'm on the land. Black women, I'm a champ. Fortiano slipping in my head. We multiply and advance.
Set your sights and let's start the show. The playlist is ready to try. Let's go try it. Today is a red letter day. You're signing up for one of our most exclusive experiences to date. A partnership with the quintessential sports car manufacturer, Ferrari, the prancing horse. An alliance that will for sure go down in Motorfest history. To be your guide on this pilgrimage through excellence, we've invited our resident scholar and authority on luxury cars, the Motorfest archivist. Sir, you're up.
Thank you, dear. Hello, driver. Pleased to meet you. As your lovely onboard assistance device just mentioned, I'll be your chaperone for this playlist. Although chaperone perhaps isn't the right word. More like a host, I believe. Well, this is not my usual job, but it is Ferrari we're talking about, so, well, how could I refuse? so many things I'd like to say. So many things I dug out from my archives. But first things first, let's get you to Maui's brand new Ferrari museum. Let's drive to the main building. I believe the director of the Ferrari Museums has a few words to say.
My name is Michele Pignatti Morano. I am the director of the Ferrari Museums. Here we are where there is the birthhouse of Enzo Ferrari. Each Ferrari is different. Each Ferrari was the best in the world in design, performance, technology, putting all the best in one single car. Ferrari is a legend. It's just exceptionally full of excellence.
This is Ferrari Supercars, a partnership with the Enzo Ferrari Museum of Modena. To the next objective.
There's a particular kind of Ferrari we're going to speak a lot about today. The Ferrari Supercars. The car you're about to drive in this opening event is none other than the first Ferrari in the supercar bloodline, the Ferrari GTO.
The first supercars that we can define is the GTO. GTO was very simple. If we just start from the name, it was Gran Turismo Omologato. The definition of supercars is very simple. It's the top expression of that period in design, performance, technology, putting all the best in one single car of that period People call it the 288 GTO, but that is not the correct definition. The definition for that car is the GTO. Punto.
To Ferrari, supercar is a term that refers to milestones in motoring history. All supercars are limited series and the product of Enzo Ferrari's philosophy, aiming to make every new model the best car of its time. That means that every new addition to the lineage is the embodiment of leading-edge research that sets the standard for cars worldwide. Drive all the Ferrari supercars on this adventure. But for now, just enjoy the collector's piece that is the Gran Turismo Omologato. Or, like Mr. Pignati Morano said, simply GTO. This car is, in essence, a special version of another iconic Ferrari, the 308 GTS. And, as intended, it is one of the fastest street-legal production cars of its time. Interesting fact from my archives. Three-time racing world champion Niki Lauda owned one of the few GTOs produced. A gift from Enzo Ferrari himself. Beautiful sight. Takes me back to the Legacy Tour Ferrari organized back in 2024. A GTO tribute tour set in the stunning surroundings of the Italian Dolomites. Organized exactly 40 years after Ferrari introduced the supercar at the 1984 Geneva Motor Show. But enough from me. Just listen to the car you're driving. She'll tell you her story herself. Ferrari, my young friend. A world where legends live among us to tell their stories loud and clear. was delighted with that introduction. You may now head towards the northern part of the bay. To make the acquaintance of the next two supercars in our Ferrari lineup. You heard me right. The next event will feature not one, but two cars for you to drive. On one hand, the inspired and inspiring Ferrari F40. And on the other hand, nothing less than a road-legal Formula One, the Ferrari F50.
Be kind, rewind.
You're here. Mr. Pignati Morano will start with a few words, then I'll take over. The Ferrari F50, a bridge between road and racetrack.
The F50 is a car that is made to celebrate the 50 years of the company. It's a car which is basically very much taking the technology of Formula One to the road. It's basically a Formula One with covered wheels. You look at the shape, you look at the front, you can really see the shape of the musetto of a Formula One, and the emotion of driving it is just incredible.
Let me tell you more about the Ferrari F50. Often thought of together, the F40 and F50 are yet very different cars, each one fascinating in its own individual way. It's true they bear some similar design elements and, of course, a naming convention. F for Ferrari and 50 for the prancing horse's 50th birthday, just like the F40 a decade earlier. But the similarities stop right there, because these two siblings are defiantly individual. The F50 is a mechanical symphonia. No turbocharged V8 here. The F50's core is a normally aspirated V12 that came straight from a Formula One. Then there's the bodywork. Composite materials, like the monocoque carbon fiber chassis shaped to aerodynamic perfection. Again, all coming from the racing world. an extreme machine. Bold, innovative, intimidating. And that sound. It was impressive back then, and it still is today. And the car's voice sounds even better from inside. I could ramble on about this car forever, but I'll let it speak for itself now. This was the F50, a sports car that screams performance and racing spirit with every fiber of its being. believe that you're now expected at the Hanauma racetrack. But first, Let's get there with panache. Another special car is waiting for you. Tried two of the 20th century's most popular Ferraris. But when it comes to beloved machines from the 80s and 90s, there's another red horse that undoubtedly comes to mind. The unmistakable pop culture icon, the Ferrari Testarossa.
When you ask people which is one of the most iconic cars that people remember, I think the Testarossa is definitely among these cars here. The technology that is inside, easily distinguishable from the side which has the fins. It is one of those cars that everybody remembers. Testarossa is very simple. Translated from Italian is testa, head, rossa, red, so the red head.
The Ferrari Testarossa was quite the celebrity in her time. Movies, TV shows, magazines, and even video games, the Testarossa was everywhere, appealing to kids and adults alike. With its angular design, minimalistic lines, and signature side air intakes, this car was a poster child for aerodynamics. To be precise, the exact model Motorfest has put in your hands is the 1991 re-engineered version of the Testarossa, introduced as the 512 TR, featuring a redesigned interior and a refined exterior to improve its already spectacular lines. it looks like you're getting the perfect stretches of road between Maui and Oahu to take the whole measure of it. A breath of fresh air and nostalgia. It's time for you to get a real taste of Ferrari's racing DNA, the drive that gave birth to the supercar bloodline. And for this racing-themed experience, I went again through my archives to select not just one, but two vehicles for you to drive, one after the other. Two machines from two different eras, for two different racing experiences.
Scuderia Ferrari in our history is extremely important. Scuderia Ferrari was created in 1929, not far away from here. Enzo Ferrari himself was a driver. He started as a driver. So he created, and to stimulate the drivers, he was giving them and putting them in the best condition with the best car possible. Scuderia Ferrari was so successful. Enzo Ferrari has conquered the world from Maranello. This is an achievement which is unique and really makes the brand unique.
Scuderia is what started it all. To understand what fuels the creation of every Ferrari ever made, especially the supercars, the racetrack is an indispensable stop. racing cars were Enzo Ferrari's passion and obsession. This is what led him to found the Scuderia in 1929, which has played a major role in racing history. And born from this racing division, Ferrari as a brand and factory of excellence was created a few years later. Racing is what led Ferrari to create cars, and eventually supercars. Without his racing spirit and passion, there would be no Ferraris as we know them. The Ferrari 365 GTB4 is the perfect vehicle for you to experience Ferrari racing as it felt back in the 70s, before switching for a car about 45 years its junior. There, for this second lap, you'll be driving the FXXK. This car is quite peculiar. Essentially a laboratory-enhanced version of La Ferrari, a supercar you'll get to meet later on. It didn't compete, per se, but this insanely powerful car was used for years as an R&D test car, allowing Ferrari to collect precious data to ultimately improve their next official racing cars, as well as the supercars. A Ferrari so extreme that it can never be driven on the road, nor qualify for any kind of official competition, but it's still a racing machine through and through. More than a car, the FXXK is an experiment for its makers and an experience for its drivers. Was a peek at Ferrari's glorious racetrack heritage, a heritage in which supercars are inextricably tied up.